Hello and welcome to the 14th episode of my review show. Today we'll be doing Lars and the Cool Kids. The episode where Lars tries to make a bunch of cool kids like him, and it goes about as well as you would imagine Lars trying to make anybody like him. With that being said, let's get into it. Now for the first thing I really liked in Lars and the Cool Kids, I liked Lars' characterization. He feels kind of like an angsty teen you might run across on the street. With his clothes and everything about him, he seems and acts like a outcast, basically, which is what he thinks he is. Turns out he's actually not. He does it all to himself, which is another thing I really like a lot. And this episode kind of puts that out there, that Lars is his own worst enemy. So, and this is always his first episode, so it makes sense that he would be the thing I like most in this episode, how it characterizes him. Because believe it or not, he's actually a character I really liked in Steven Universe for how real he felt. Like, yeah, he was annoying, or is annoying, but at the end of the day, he's a teenager, and it would be weird to have a teenager character who everyone likes. The cool kids are kind of that, but I'll get to them in a bit. So basically, at the end of the day, the way they characterize Lars in this episode is definitely my favorite part of the whole episode. Another thing I liked in Lars and the Cool Kids, I liked the sort of parallel between Rose and Steven that's brought up. That both of them kind of like the moss in a way. Like, yes, Steven doesn't love it, but he kind of feels bad for it, and it kind of fits in with how Rose would always take care of it, because she saw the beauty in it. And at the end of the episode, when he, gets the moss up to the top of the hill, saving everyone's lives, and having the moss, bloom and fly away, like moss typically does in real life, kind of fits in with the whole parallel with Rose. But also showing their differences as well. For Steven doesn't totally love the moss and is honestly kind of grossed out by it and kind of freaked out by it, with, and only bringing it up to the top of the hill to save the people he cared about. A bit of a difference between him and Rose. It's not a huge deal, and if the episode didn't touch on that, it wouldn't be a problem, but I genuinely enjoyed that part of it. It's good writing to set that up this early. Definitely enjoyed that part. Another thing that I liked a lot, I like that the cool kids are nice. Like, they're just actually cool people. Also dumb. Very, 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 very dumb. But I like that they're cool, at least. Because it's sort of, you think at the beginning of, oh, they're the cool kids. They're going to be exactly how I think they are. And they're not. They're actually, like, cool people. Again, idiots. They are dumb. I hate to say it that way, but the cool kids are very, very, very dumb. But they're actually nice, and they're somebody you actually would kind of want to hang out with, for the most part. It's not a great big writing thing, but I liked how they sort of set that up like, oh, the cool kids are the cool kids, but it turns out, oh, hey, the cool kids are just actually cool people in general. I enjoyed that part a lot. For another thing that I really enjoyed, I liked how the scene where they're driving around, the town, and Lars and Steven are talking to the cool kids. I like how it sort of shows a disconnect, or almost how Lars feels nervous around them. Like, he keeps saying stuff that he thinks are going to be cool, but it turns out, they actually disagree with him. It kind of says, like, if Lars was just himself, they would really like him. But because he tries to be somebody he's not, they're kind of like, I'm not really sure about this guy. Now, not in this episode, of course. They do end up liking him at the end because he took him to, top of the hill. But in future episodes, they talk about how they're just kind of weirded out by him or confused by him. Like, he's confusing to them because they don't understand him because he's never himself around them. And I think they can kind of tell that, even if they don't know that they can tell that because they're the cool kids. And I genuinely enjoyed that part of the episode too. As you can tell, I'm saying genuinely enjoyed it a lot because I genuinely enjoyed this episode. And finally, I liked how this episode shows Steven's more aggressive side. Because up to this point, he was Steven. He was all happy and everything's great. And this episode's the first time he ever flips out on somebody and starts yelling at him. Yelling at Lars. That, you don't know my mom. I didn't know my mom. It's good. And also the whole, I didn't even know my mom. Yeah, because they don't really bring up early on how, hey, Steven's affected by never meeting his mother. This kind of starts to hint towards that. With him getting so angry about it. Like, I'm sure if he actually knew his mom, I'd be like, whatever. Yeah, you're just an idiot, Lars. Everyone has said that at least once. Either in the show or to Lars to the TV, you're just an idiot. But yeah, overall, this episode just shows Steven's more aggressive, angry side that we don't normally see, and I enjoyed that as well. For what I don't like, I'm going to keep this very, 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 very brief. There isn't much. I'm not going to go more like, oh, there's so little, but there isn't much. This is it. There's not much for me to dislike in this episode. And now for the final verdict. Like I said previously, I genuinely enjoyed this episode. It's pretty good, honestly. It's a very, very down-to-earth episode. No crazy gem stuff aside from the moss. Just mostly it's just Steven hanging out with Lars and the cool kids, and that's nice. It's a bit of a change of pace from the, magic in the episode or in the show. And at the end, there's a little bit of magic with the moss, of course. But for the most part, it's just a down-to-earth. Hey, let's explore Lars a little bit as a character. Let's introduce the cool kids and say, hey, look at these guys. They're actually cool kids, and it's nice. It's not a earth-shatteringly good episode, but I enjoyed it. Solid something out of 10. I don't do numbers because how can you take a serious or thought out opinion and put it into a number? Doesn't make any sense. Alright, well, if that criticism of review systems, whatever, see you guys next time. If you like the number system, don't get mad at me. I actually like it too for video games. It makes it easy for not to buy them. And that's all. I'll see you guys next time for Onion Trade.